In the late 19th century, women could be committed for what they called female trouble, a catch-all term that included anything from postpartum depression to simply being unruly or having menstrual disorders.
Literally just being a woman for having your period.
Stephen, I had to walk away when I wrote that.
Welcome to Weirdos of Whimsy, a podcast where we will be discussing all things weird and,
you guessed it, whimsical. Hi, my name is Jacqueline.
And I'm Stevie.
And today, first of all, hi.
Hi.
It's been like a second. I know for
you guys, it was last week.
Literally last week. I wish that I saw you every single week of my life.
Could you imagine?
Nothing would be done.
Soon enough. We might be moving.
It's true.
Guys, it's not going to happen, but we're leaving.
We just joke about leaving.
Where did we decide on? Either Italy or
Portugal,
Spain.
San Diego only if
the
California
Netherlands
is the Netherlands. San Diego only if it's chiseled off.
I love you, but I will not be going to the States.
Shan't be going to the States. Or like Finland, Sweden, really anywhere by here.
Anywhere by here
is kind of our point.
The only thing the issue with the Netherlands or Finland, Sweden is winter.
They still
which
have
is
snow.
It's worse than here, right?
Just to clarify, that's why we were talking about moving.
Yeah.
We
done
love
with winter.
Being here, sort of, from like April to November.
Fair.
And then I want out.
And then the winter depression got this winter.
Oh God. You know what? I was walking with Kyle and Mose this morning before I came down, and I said to him, wow, our snowbanks are finally melted to the point where it's normal snow amounts.
You still have all the snow.
Oh, baby.
I have one snowbank that's in one of the roundabouts over here that hasn't quite melted yet, but that is when I'm like, okay, my winter depression will be done when that's gone.
That one chunk is gone.
Everything else is gone. You still have it all.
Oh, I still have like all my winter boots, all my winter coats, all my hats, all my scarves, all my mitts at the front door because like you look outside my house and it's still like tons of snow. Even
though it's still negative sometimes, I have gone to my spring jacket and I am not
just to feel alive.
Just to feel alive. I need it.
You know what? I was at a wedding recently on the weekend and I was like, I'm wearing open-toed shoes. I don't fucking care.
I cannot wait for my flippy floppies.
I got to tell you, I didn't, only because it didn't look good. But I was prepared to do it.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. Flippy floppies. Yeah. So good.
I can't wait for a commune somewhere nice.
You guys, listen, we've talked about this before. We don't have children.
No.
And if you ever hear us talk about have we talked about our commune on the pod?
I hope we have.
I hope so too. We are literally selling everything we own. We are finding a chunk of land.
Yeah.
And we are getting tiny homes. And we're
tiny
just
homes.
Live
we'll
together.
have like one big home.
Yes.
That will be like our communal space.
Right.
Can have like we can transform it into a really nice kitchen.
Yes. Yeah.
Like a galley kitchen, and then like a cool little we'll have like a movie theater room in there.
Yeah, totally.
And that's where our hot nurses can live.
Yep.
That take care of us.
Yep. It's going to be great.
Yeah. And then we'll have our little tiny homes that will be connected by little covered pathways.
Yep.
That will be heated.
What was that?
Oh, that is
what
Robo-Mom.
the hell?
Our cat feeder, we have a Robo-Mom, and it just scared the shit out of us.
I have to tell you. Like, roll the tape. Why does it keep going?
It does it 3 times. It feeds them like little portions.
Roll the tapes back of my face. Lose, I'm trying really hard not to. That was the scariest thing. I surely have heard that before.
I don't know if it's gone off when we recorded down here, actually.
Clearly not.
Clearly not. Yeah. That's funny.
Well, to put a pin in that, commune home.
I'm
afraid of things in Steven's basement studio.
There's a lot of weird sounds down here.
Man, the way I was like ready to leave. There was flight in my eyes.
It's our little ghost boy.
Sure. I would have been happy with that. But like The machines are taking over.
The machines are taking over. Also, I don't know if you can pick it up on the mic, but like we are dog sitting this weekend.
Right. Yes.
And they are wrestling and having a gay old time, but
lovely time.
What did you call it? The Skittles on the
Skittles.
Skittles
They're,
on the
skittling
hardwood floor.
around on the exactly. Yeah. Now I want Skittles.
Oh, me too.
Berries and cream.
Berries and cream. That's come up a few times. People have referred to it.
Best.
And it makes me so happy. Someone was wearing a wig that looked like it, and they referred to that. I was like, yes.
See, it's just so good. Well, okay. Well, should we cheers it?
Cheers.
Cheers to another round of podcasts.
Cheers
Again,
to more podcasts.
It seems like we've been with you this whole time, but Steve and I are only seeing each other after what, like 3 weeks? I
feel like it's, we try for what, once a month?
We try for once a month where we do batches.
Yeah.
Children. We don't
Actually, we should talk about that too. If
Oh
you ever notice the inconsistencies of what was the last one?
So,
St. Patrick's Day. We were talking about
line it up. How many?
Line it up.
Yeah, we were wrong on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
We were wrong on a week before and after St. Patrick's Day. We also said something about soon you're going to hear one from the Fresno Nightcrawler. That was weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. Listen, guys, we're amateurs.
Organization.
Amateurs.
It's not. I am undiagnosed ADHD.
And I am diagnosed.
Steven is hardcore diagnosed. And so it's just, just come with us on this journey.
You don't come here for organized thought.
I also want to individually thank all of you for not writing in and complaining.
Yes,
that happened.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
If you're here and you're still listening to us, you know that this is just a hot mess. So
I have a thank.
Let's hear it. A thank. Let's call it that. What is your thank?
My thank for today. So shout out to our best friend Zoe because Zoe bought one of our shirts and she sent me a picture, and we love you so much.
And it looks amazing. It looks so good.
Yes.
If you too would like to receive a thank, go ahead and purchase our merch.
Aunt Susan and Jacqueline love you. Uncle Susan.
Love you.
Have you heard this story?
Oh, I've heard, but now you have to tell the children.
I have to tell the story. So, I could be making this. No, I'm not making this up.
This is a real story.
So Zoe messaged Dan and I, and she has a picture book of like family members and friends that she will go through with her daughter Sloan.
Yes.
And Zoe is like, Sloan, who's this? And she'll be like, that's Uncle Dan, and this is Uncle Susan, referring to me. No child can get my name right.
Steven is not, listen, I'm also not a small baby, so maybe it is tough to say.
Maybe.
But that is adorable, and I think I should probably call you Uncle Susan.
Uncle Susan. So now, I'm referred to as Uncle Susan. Dan will even talk to the girls he goes to the gym with, and they now refer to me as Susan. How's Susan? So I'm here for it.
I love it. Zoe, you're the best.
We love you.
We love you. Thank you so much for your support and for having the best daughter ever.
Honestly. She's amazing.
I have a thank. Can I have a
What's
thank?
your thank?
Can I give a thank?
Give it your thank.
I would like to thank you for this beautiful, handmade, wonderful, what are we calling this?
Like a shawl.
A shawl. A beautiful
Stevie Nicks inspired shawl.
Yes. And it's incredible. And it is my colors, i.e. gray and black. And it's stunning. And Steven made this. Steven made this. He crocheted it, and it's snuggly and beautiful.
Now, it is end of March?
Yeah.
And it was meant to be a Christmas gift for Jacqueline. And it took me, it didn't take me long to do. I just kept taking breaks, getting distracted.
It's amazing. Look.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
It's great. And now that we're almost at springtime when it's not going to be cold, you're not going to need it.
It's great for down here.
That's true.
It's
amazing.
Cold
down here.
I'm really loving it. So thank.
You're welcome.
I guess we should probably get into the episode.
Guess we should.
Although we love this.
we love the banter.
All right. So today, let's get into it, shall we?
Let's do it.
So today we are opening up the chapter on Victorian era insane asylums.
Honestly, my favorite. There's really, just something about them.
I know. Maybe your past life you're in one.
Maybe.
Of course, we know that kind of vernacular is not used.
Yes.
Because obviously, but it was the phrase back in the day.
It was the phrase.
these were actively named such a thing. So we're just gonna run with it. So like we don't mean any offense.
Do we know what the they're not really a thing anymore, are they? So like what would be the term now?
I mean like medical facilities.
Medical facilities.
Probably. Yeah.
Because the one I don't again.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if it's this one that we're talking about because like you guys know I don't read ahead a lot, but the sanatorium.
The sanatorium, right.
Which was in Hamilton as well.
Right. Also an ancient term.
An ancient term.
A
but
past
it's such
term.
a cool word.
It really is. It also
we had
lends
cooler
to like the
things
creepy.
Back in the day.
Yeah, true. Did we also like have no respect for anyone?
I mean,
sure.
I mean,
but...
yeah. And you and I both would have been in one back then.
Oh, we'll get into
you
that.
for being a woman.
Oh, 1,000%. Like we will get into that.
We will get into that.
But yeah, so sorry, but also we're gonna use it.
Insane Asylum.
Insane Asylum.
We gotta.
Right. So over you, CV.
That's me. I don't know if you guys knew this.
Yeah.
We have local locations as well as infamous locations in different countries.
Yes.
Not only known for their creepy tales, but for the truly horrific things that living human beings did to other human beings, which, I mean, tale as old as time there, right? In what can only be described as a heinous attack on victims who truly just needed compassion and help.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of people who unfortunately were, unable to help themselves or experiencing all sorts of problems. But really, there were a lot of people who just like needed help.
Yeah.
Needed a hand.
They were just like depressed.
Yeah. Yeah. So while this topic will be sprinkled throughout a couple of different episodes, let's kick things off with a building that both of us have been to, I think. Am I wrong in that?
I don't think I've actually been there.
Okay, that I have been to. And is essentially right in our own backyards, or at least was before we both moved.
Yeah.
Century Manor and the rest
Manor.
of the Hamilton Insane Asylum. This was actually one of 6 locations across the province like its kind. And if I may interject for just a second, there another one, a second of the 6, is now in a town where I live, or I shouldn't say, I am now in the town where it is, in Aurelia.
There's one there?
Yeah, the HRC, which we're gonna dive into that.
Okay.
It's wild. It's
Love
wild.
it.
Terrible things happen there.
Oh,
But
yeah.
anyways.
Oh, yeah. The sprawling grounds, according to some reports, originally were on about 500 acres. They included a massive brooding structure that was perched on the Hamilton Mountain at West 5th and Fennel East.
Yes.
Essentially bordering where Mohawk College is now, if you peeps know where that is.
Yes. So it like was overlooking down from the mountain.
Yeah, it's on the escarpment.
Exactly. I also think it's so funny when I'm like talking to people who are not from Hamilton. They're like, there's a mountain in Hamilton. I'm like, well,
I mean, yeah. Technically, yeah.
And ironically, so we spent the last month talking about Ireland. And so my friend Jono came over and I was like, oh, we can go up the mountain. He's like, you have a mountain? I'm like, oh, nothing like, no, wait.
Yeah, not what you're picturing.
Nothing like what mountains you've seen.
My dad and stepmom live on the mountain.
Same with my mom and stepdad.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yours are further back, though. Like mine are on the escarpment.
Yeah,
like they're right at the Jolly Cut.
Yeah. I want to see. I want to come over.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah. I love that place.
That's so fun. So, okay. On St. Patrick's Day in 1876, which means at the time of this recording, it has since just celebrated its sesquicentennial. It officially opened its doors and became the Hamilton Asylum.
You are familiar with that word, by the way.
I am very familiar with sesquicentennial because I was around for Greensville Public Schools sesquicentennial, made a big deal out of it. They made us spell it. We had to say it.
Yep.
We did a song. There's a photo, which I still have, of all of us who were there in the school spelling out like 150 of people. You know, when you had to like stand, you like make a picture of a number and it's just the bodies.
Yeah.
That sounded really morbid. But you know
here
what I
for it.
mean? We're all alive in it.
Maybe.
Sesquicentennial.
Sesquicentennial.
So, fun fact, maybe fun? I don't know.
Sure.
Maybe like, interesting, I wonder why kind of fact. The building, the facility itself actually went by many names after its first stint from 1876 to 1907.
It was the same building. It just had different names.
Same facility.
Same things inside.
Everything about it stayed the same with the exception of the names. So 1907, it changed from the Hamilton Asylum to the Hamilton Hospital for the Insane.
Okay.
Not really much of an improvement. Like, why?
Yeah.
1919, the Ontario Hospital, Hamilton.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
1966, the Hamilton Psychiatric Hospital.
And is that where it stayed? That was the name for a while?
I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
I
guess
think people
so.
just always called it the Insane Asylum.
The Insane Asylum.
Yeah.
So under Dr. R.M. Buck,
I think it's Buck.
Buck, it was designed to house 240 individuals until the hallways started to fill and fill and fill. Lots of people in there.
Lots of people.
In 1877, just 1 year after opening, it planned to grow to 460 from the original 240.
1 year.
1 year, with 2 new wings being created. It had its own farm, and it was largely self-sufficient.
Love that.
With livestock, fruits and veggies being tended to and grown.
Mhm.
Love that, actually.
Yeah.
By
Sense of purpose for people. Yeah.
By 1914, this place was a literal city of the mad, housing 1,300 souls from across 11 different counties.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Between 1917 and 1921, they even started importing the criminally insane from Guelph.
I mean, hey.
Which we would have been to that prison. That would have been that prison.
I just made that connection now.
Yeah.
We'll talk about, okay. We've been there. We have been there. There was a video. That video kind of kicked all this off, if I'm being honest.
You know what? It did.
It truthfully
Do we
did.
have that saved somewhere? They were Instagram stories.
We must. So should we just dive into it right now really quickly?
Why not?
Okay. So what's the actual building called?
Guelph prison? I don't know.
Perfect. It's shut down.
Yeah.
But this criminally insane from Guelph kind of tidbit. We've been to that building and we went there first of all at night and we were like, let's take a video. We took a video. We did Instagram, live Instagram stories.
Scared of our own shadow, which we've talked about.
Yeah. Didn't make it far.
Yeah.
We have to walk up this really long driveway.
It's a creepy,
really, really scary. And then it kind of dawned on us, there's one portion that's over a bridge. That's well before the actual facility.
Oh, yeah. You can't even see it by that
Can't even
point.
see it. And there are no lights, okay? It's not like everything, this is a safe lit, public come over here kind of moment. It was like, we shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
At night.
It's honestly not that we were afraid of ghosts at that point.
No.
Because it clicked and we're like, humans.
There could be people.
Homeless people.
Living under the bridge.
Unhoused.
Unhoused individuals living under the bridge who might be not of sound mind, who potentially want to cause harm.
Yeah.
So that scared us more than anything.
Yeah.
And there was one moment where a light from behind us cast our shadows onto a tree.
And we
lost our minds.
Yeah.
So ghost hunters we are, but also scaredy cats more so.
1,000%.
So that was really fun.
Good times.
Hopefully, we're going to try and find that footage.
Yeah,
we'll try.
We have to.
Yeah.
Also, going back in the spring and summer, that whole thing is lined with lilac bushes.
Well, we did that. Remember the next day?
We did.
Yes, and
that's
we
right.
took beautiful photo shoots, and then we reenacted Aladdin's "Give Us the Lamp."
Oh my God! Yes, we did. We have fun.
If you ever wonder what it's like to hang out with us. And then we took more videos because I brought in the daylight, in the safety of daytime.
Yeah.
I did bring my voice recorder and we went up to the building and tried to see if we could get in. We couldn't, but also security is on you.
Oh, yeah.
On you at this place. Anyway,
that kicked all of this off.
Kicked it all off because everyone's like, you should be doing this all the time.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
Yeah. Sorry, Stephen. Back to you.
Love it. So this incredibly creepy place treated, quote unquote, individuals who were considered severely mentally ill, forensic psychiatry patients, and also those who suffered from severe alcoholism.
Right.
So really broad spectrum of people.
Very much so. Again, lots of suffering, lots of people who needed help, and the times weren't exactly friendly.
No.
So a lot of the locals, the Hammertown locals, know that the building that is still standing is known as Century Manor. And it is a chillingly beautiful example of high Victorian Gothic architecture.
Again, they don't make them like they used to.
They truthfully don't. It remains one of the most talked about haunted sites in Ontario. It is the last standing structure of this sprawling Hamilton Asylum for the insane as well. The Barton building, she gone.
Yeah.
This is actually one of Hamilton's oldest buildings, which is why it's still standing. meaning they can't tear it down.
Yeah.
Or can they? We'll get there. Which was constructed in 1884 and was originally known as the East House. Why, you might ask?
Why?
Because it was east of the Barton Building.
Makes sense.
So it served as a secure facility for the criminally insane.
Mhm.
It was meant to be imposing, featured red brick, steep gables, and narrow windows, elements that have contributed to its eerie reputation today.
I'd live there.
Same.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Love it. The history of the criminally insane at Century Manor is particularly interesting because the building's purpose shifted so many times. It wasn't just a prison or just a hospital. It was a forensic catch-all for people society didn't know how to handle.
Right. And so here's something that I spent days being angry about.
I can see that. Yeah.
In the late okay, just say it, Jacqueline. Breathing through it.
Breathe soothing words.
In the late 19th century, women could be committed for what they called female trouble, a catch-all term that included anything from postpartum depression to simply being unruly or having menstrual disorders.
Literally just being a woman. For having your period.
Stephen, I had to walk away when I wrote that.
Can I say something?
Yes, you sure can.
I fucking hate men.
Yes. Yes.
Men suck.
I have nails now, so I can do this.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, I was furious when I read that.
I am getting furious.
Yeah.
I hate it.
That's what happened. So we'll never know. If I may, for one quick moment.
Let them have it.
We will never know what sort of excellent, great minds those women,
right?
You know what I mean? Or what contributions to society at the time they could have made.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah. Think of what the world would be like now if everyone had just been left to their own devices.
Man,
to an extent.
To an extent.
Do you know
to
what
an
I mean?
extent.
To an extent.
But like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm having menstrual pain. I'm in I'm in a insane asylum. Really?
Send her to the
God.
Crack house? What am I trying to say? What's the term they would say? Send them to the
loony bin.
The loony
is what they
bin.
used to say.
I thought crack house.
Yikes.
Yikes.
I hope we don't lose followers.
Oh.
They actually used to say while I was researching this, send them to the loony bin was often what they said. But because I'm screwing it up. But there was a term that because of where it was situated, it'd be like, careful, you'll be sent up the hill. Because it was above the city of Hamilton.
I've heard that too.
And if you would be threatened with that, like, don't want to be sent up the hill.
While the main Barton building handled general admissions, the Century Manor became the primary hub for forensic psychiatry.
Yes.
Until 1921, Century Manor was the specific designated area for the safekeeping of criminally insane patients. This included individuals who had committed violent crimes, murders, serial killers, and rapists.
Yeah.
But they were found not guilty by reasons of insanity.
Right. Scary stuff.
Scary stuff. And the fact that these people are in with a woman having her
potentially
period.
innocent. Yes, Stephen. I mean, I hope they were separate.
I hope so.
So let's talk about the forensic program.
Yes.
From 1972 to 1992, so like modern day.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. In its later years, it returned to its dark roots, housing the official forensic program. So this was a high security era where patients were often under constant surveillance, a sharp contrast to the open farm philosophy of the 1800s. So like there was no wandering around, right?
Yeah.
There was no helping out. Without being able to access books within any Hamilton-based library or museums, I was limited in what I could find on a factual level about what this program entailed.
Okay.
Although, I'm sure we can all imagine what likely happened here, given the time, the severe lack of knowledge and understanding of mental health issues, and just, the general sort of sense of that's not great.
Yeah.
People were not treated well.
Yeah.
One thing I did find was the Utica crib.
Utica.
The Hamilton Museum of Mental Health Care actually holds one of the few remaining Utica cribs.
Okay.
This is a coffin-like wooden cage used to restrain patients.
Oh.
While the first superintendent, Dr. Buck, was known for being more humane and non-resistant, the presence of the device shows the constant looming threat of physical confinement.
Ugh.
It's creepy looking. Look it up if you get a chance. It is not nice.
Not nice.
No.
The stuff they had.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the underground labyrinth.
Let's.
While many urban legends suggest the tunnels were for hiding patients, their primary purpose was actually pragmatic. Moving coal, laundry, and food between buildings during brutal Canadian winters.
Sure.
Fair.
Could have used that this year.
Maybe we need underground labyrinths on our commune instead of
Brilliant.
Done. However, the atmosphere down there has birthed decades of stories. I mean, as
I would
would
imagine. Yeah.
Visitors have reported hearing anguished cries that echo through the buildings while exploring the grounds at night, as well as dark shadows moving throughout the vacant rooms, or even orbs of light being caught on camera or seen with their own eyes. Ooh. Not surprisingly, people often describe the atmosphere there as an overwhelming sense of sadness, dread, hopelessness, or the feeling of being watched.
Sure.
Makes sense.
Oh.
A lot of negative energy would be there.
Man. Residual
energy. So what are some other stories that come from this listless place?
Tell me some, Stephen.
Listless with this.
Oh, sorry. Tough to say with an Invisalign.
She just likes to fuck with me. She gives me all the words.
All the super hard Irish words.
Did I have to say sesquicentennial?
You did
actually,
not.
I didn't. It wasn't that bad, actually.
You just nailed it.
I just nailed it. So we have the Arnie
Yes.
The Arnie connection.
Yes.
Local lore, especially among Mohawk College students, claims the tunnels once connected to the basement of the Arnie, which is the campus pub.
Right.
Students have reported hearing muffled yells coming from behind specific walls in the basement that supposedly sit right against the sealed tunnel entrances.
That's creepy. I mean, listen, have you been to the Arnie? Did you ever go to the Arnie? I have been a couple times, and while scary things happen there,
I can imagine.
This was 2008 to 9 to 10.
Yeah.
I didn't hear any of that. I wish I had seen some haunted stuff.
Oh,
Instead,
so cool.
I saw like very inappropriate Halloween costumes.
Yep.
Fat boys that were just, that was scary.
That was the era.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about phantom nurses.
Ooh.
All right.
Let's.
So one of the most famous tunnel stories that I heard, and is definitely the most prevalent when trying to find more stories in my research, involves a security guard who years ago heard voices behind a heavy door in the maintenance tunnels themselves. Thinking he'd caught intruders, he burst into a room only to find two women in crisp, vintage nursing uniforms.
Very Silent Hill.
Very Silent Hill. They were just sitting at a table. Allegedly, one says to the other, "See, I told you he would find us." That's creepy.
That's creepy.
Yeah. The next thing he knew, they were gone and the room was completely empty. Just like in front of his eyes, just vanished.
Wow. Also, the fact that they were aware of him.
Right? And like, see, told you he'd find us. So like, were you messing with him?
Yeah.
Also love that they were in like crisp white linen uniform, or I shouldn't say linen, but the crisp white vintage nursing uniform.
That's cool.
Very cool. I would like to see that a lot.
I would too. So we have the cackle of the vent. It was her. She's good at cackling.
I almost let one out now. I almost cackle now.
So there are modern reports from urban explorers who have entered the structure and heard a distinct feminine cackle coming from the floor vents. Vents that connect directly to the tunnel system below. Imagine hearing that.
Creepy. I mean, again, I hear it every day of my life.
From your floor vents. Poor Kyle.
Poor Kyle.
You're cackling in the basement. He's like, who's that?
It's so true. Are we in the tunnels?
We also have the towel apparition.
Sounds kind of sexy.
Right? What do you have? Don't forget your towel.
Vocal stems.
Always. We say that one all the time. There are modern accounts of a figure seen near the manor wearing clean gray clothing and a white towel over his head to hide his face.
Not sexy.
Michael
No longer.
Jackson?
Maybe.
Maybe. Unlike typical disheveled ghost tropes, witnesses describe this figure as looking unsettlingly pristine but very angry. Unsettlingly pristine in gray clothing. I'm picturing sweats, but maybe not.
No, I think it's like the Michael Myers like gray suit. You know what I mean? Like he's an inmate situation.
Oh,
great
yeah.
clothes,
Okay.
Right.
With
also,
a towel over his head.
Unsettlingly pristine but very angry is me.
There you go. Yeah.
Also not.
That's what you're known
pristine
for.
at all. But yeah, that's with a towel over his head.
With a towel over his head.
Yeah. Creep show.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather see that or the nurses?
I don't know. Because I think the nurses, I would just go full, like, think of Silent Hill.
Yeah.
And that's
which is
creepy
really
as fuck.
scary. So you want to see the guy with the towel over his head and pristine, but very
Because
angry?
we don't know why he has a towel over his head.
Sure.
Maybe he just had a weird little shower orgy or something. I don't know.
I was going to say bad skin.
Bad skin. That too.
Or potentially a shower orgy. You know? But like, wouldn't he be proud?
That is an indicator of our minds right there.
Sad but true. Who is the most exciting person of this duo? Not me.
Is it me?
Totally.
Am I the drama?
Not drama. You're just exciting and hauntingly sexy.
Haunting.
All right. And now we have to talk about something terrible.
Oh, great.
So terrible segue. So the tragedy of 1911.
Okay.
So a massive fire broke out in one of the wings of the main complex in 1911. Unfortunately, 8 inmates died because they were locked in their rooms and could not be reached in time. The screams were heard as far away as the downtown core. That's far. That's all the way down the
Mohawk
mountain.
College, basically.
Yeah,
to downtown.
downtown.
Oh, my God.
Cementing the mountain. I don't know why I did that. Cementing the mountain as a place of tragedy in the minds of Hamiltonians.
Yeah.
Awful. There's actually a newspaper article about this. Actually, a few, really. Not only from the Hamilton Spectator, but also the New York Times, and even a paper in Colorado covered it.
Wow. So that's big.
Yeah.
Also thinking about it, 1911.
Yes.
I feel this is me not really knowing a whole lot, but it probably would have been quieter because there wouldn't have been like the crazy modern day.
Definitely a lot more quiet. Yes.
Right?
I mean, factories are still going, but for sure not as much hustle and bustle.
Would 1911, is it DeFasco that's down there?
So for sure a steel company was running.
Because that's what Hamilton's known for. So that would have started it.
I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I did not double check, but
fair. Yeah.
So, speaking of the papers that covered it.
Yes.
Go ahead, Stephen.
I'll just read the headline and subheadlines of the New York Times article.
This is wild. Strap in.
So here we go. 8 maniacs die in blazing asylum. Building on hilltop outside Hamilton, Ontario, catches fire as its 800 inmates slept. Some leap into flames. Firemen struggle with frenzied men who are only saved by being knocked senseless.
I mean, I read this article and it went on to say that some of the men actually ran back into the burning building because they were like not of sound mind.
I mean,
right?
yeah.
And the firefighters had to like fight their way through the fires to find them.
Wow.
It said that every time someone was found, they would in fact punch them out and carry them out because they were just like, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
Wow.
I mean, it's also these people's homes that they've only ever known.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they would throw their unconscious bodies out of a window to a waiting fire net below. Remember we used to see that in cartoons?
I mean, yeah.
Wow, I've aged myself there. So unfortunately, those who perished were either patients who were in fact locked in cells, as we mentioned, paralyzed and couldn't get away, or were in fact some of those who ran back into the building while suffering from their mental health illness.
Ugh,
Isn't that awful?
that's awful.
Yeah.
I don't even want to picture that.
Yeah, sad.
So here's something else terrible.
Great.
Let's
roll.
just keep it going.
Yep.
So in the late 1800s, the asylum was one of the only manicured green spaces in Hamilton.
Gotta have a manicured green space.
It's true. Wealthy families would pack baskets, sit on the lawn of the Century Manor, and watch the patients work in the
Oh
fields.
my God.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Rich people.
Rich people.
Burn the
I'm
rich.
telling you.
They would sometimes taunt them or throw objects to get a reaction, treating a mental health crisis as a Sunday afternoon zoo visit. Horrible. It's a haunting reminder of how potentially posh Victorian society could be while being simultaneously cruel.
Yeah, like here are these elevated individuals. They
They're
think
posh.
yeah, right? And then they're like, let's go watch the civilians. I don't know why they have an accent all of a sudden,
Because
but
they're posh.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Thank you. Terrible. Like that actually happened. That was
That's
in
disgusting.
almost every article I read about this. It was like, you want to hear something?
Yeah.
People would go and watch them. And
This,
also, how are you allowed to interact with people like that?
yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
Anyway,
This is, I mean, it's the common theme now, too. Rich people fucking suck and they
man,
need to be taught a
I'm
lesson.
telling you. I'm telling you. So, what's happening with the building now?
Let's find out.
After the closure in 1995, which again, wild that it was not that long ago,
Yeah.
it's at empty. It does hold a heritage designation, but for a long time, the future of this landmark building was bleak.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely in disrepair. As you can see from any YouTube video that documents urban explorers tours, there are a lot of them. There are a lot of people who know how to break into this, and there are a lot of people who don't know how to break into it. Those videos are really funny.
I need to watch them.
It's pretty good. I found an August 2025 article from the Hamilton Spectator, woo, that says a company called Indwell, which is a not-for-profit that builds incredibly affordable housing, has purchased it.
Oh.
So they plan to restore the building and make it an apartment building of about 40 or so units.
Okay.
It also says this project has a few different partners on board. I hope they're all nice
I
and
hope
good
so.
and have good intentions.
Yeah.
It goes on to say that they want to build a nursing home,
Okay.
seniors housing, and another Mohawk College expansion within that area.
Okay. I support those.
I do too.
Yeah.
Apparently, cleanup was supposed to start at the end of 2025, and perhaps renovations might begin this spring.
Okay.
I guess we'll see.
There we go.
Right.
Add it to the list of places we need to go by and see.
100%. And so we talked about this.
Yeah.
There is a Doors Open Hamilton.
Yes.
Yeah. Doors Open Hamilton is coming soon. It's going to be the first weekend of May.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to try and be
We're going to
there.
try to be. I want to go.
Yeah.
I want to go.
It is a registration list. Every time I try and get on it, it crashes and tells me that I can't do anything. But we're going to try.
Guelph did a Doors Open, and you could go into the prison we talked about in Guelph.
That would have been so cool.
I
We should check if
know.
they're doing one too.
We should.
The last time I did a Doors Open Hamilton was, I think, like 10 years ago. And
I've never done one.
It's so awesome. I love it. And we went to the Trigano Seed building.
That's cool.
Yeah. It was really
cool.
neat. It's completely different now, obviously. They made it into like offices and like an event space and stuff.
Cool.
But I was walking by and there was like one of the OG Trigano Seeds signs. And I'm like, that's my family. And someone's like, oh, you own this? And I'm like, yep. Just fully, yes, yep.
I had to buy tickets to get in here, but yeah.
yeah. So that was cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I won't divulge who, but I know someone, we knew someone who maybe worked in close proximity to this particular building that we're talking about. And perhaps once long ago, maybe like let us peep inside it a little bit. Not like major, because we didn't want to get anyone in trouble.
Yeah.
But I may have been there and
Jealous.
may have seen inside and may have hung out on the grounds more than a few times back in the day. So thank you to that person.
Can we talk about how far in you got?
Yes. So so first of all, this person was like, I'm a rule follower. Okay.
No. You?
And
you narc over here?
I know, right? So I was very like, we don't have to do this. We don't have to do this. So like I mixed with I won't even out, anyways, their reaction of like not being super comfy about it either was just like, no problem. It's cool. Like I peeked inside. And that was it.
I can guarantee you, if I was there, I would have been like, "No, we have to go in." I would have gone. I would have been whining
bullied
about
us.
it.
Oh,
and yeah,
you would have bullied us into being like, nope,
no, we're
let's all
going.
go to jail.
We're here. Let's do this.
Yeah. But now, like, it's this was also, it was more than 10 years ago. God, what am I saying? It was like 15 to 17 years ago.
Wow. Yeah.
That this happened. And yeah, I just have a very vivid memory of like the two of us panicking. Well, my boyfriend at the time was like, "You're pathetic. Like, this is a non-issue." So, thanks so much. It was cool to at least be there. But yeah.
Yeah.
But now maybe we
That'd be
can
so
get
cool.
in for like legitimate reasons and see
Maybe.
it at Doors Open Hamilton.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
I want to do it.
Yeah.
Would you ever? I mean, I feel like you just answered it, but would you ever do like a little urban exploration at a place we're not really supposed to go?
I'd be way too scared of getting caught.
Yeah.
I think I'd be way, because like I'm not like quick or agile
Fair. Yeah.
or, a lot of people could just like talk their way out of things with cops. I panic, I freeze.
I wouldn't be able to talk my way.
No. So if anyone were like, "What are you doing?" I'd be like, "I'm sorry, let's go. Like, cuff me now."
You wouldn't run though? You wouldn't try to run?
I would be sorry.
I
would be paralyzed with fear and be like, "I'm really sorry, I'm over here." Like, for sure. I know. Loser.
Remind me not to go with
ever.
you.
No, I do think I would run. Yeah, I would run, but I would like if they were within like this I'd just give up. I'd
well,
be like,
yeah,
sorry,
that's fair.
see you later. But yeah. We can put that to the test.
We can. I want to try it. We'll like ease into it and do a place that's like not really illegal to go to.
So I have done it. So in Flamborough, we lived in a super rural spot where there were like heritage homes all around us.
Okay. Yes.
And they're all gone. Isn't that such a shame?
It's crazy.
One is still standing, but it's abandoned now. The quarry is just decimating that whole entire road, which is very, very sad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there was one in the house that I grew up on in Flamborough. My bedroom was like the back corner and it overlooked the cornfield and it was like kitty corner to this specific house. And I was obsessed with this house. I was drawn to this house. I don't know why. People were living there when we lived there. Like it was apartments or something. And super creepily, like there was this guy, I had never seen his face. I just knew him as Truck Guy. And his license plate was Waxman.
Okay.
So if you lived in Flamborough on Moxley and your last name was Waxman and you drove a black truck, get in touch with me. Because I thought like for whatever reason, you like make up stories in your head.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just like put this guy as like someone dangerous or scary in my head. No reason.
No reason.
Zero reason. Just drove a dark truck. Never saw his face, only like it was tinted windows.
I mean, that's creepy.
Yeah. And I'm like 13, 14, 15 years old. And I remember one day, so when we were at Spencer Valley, which was like a stone's throw from where that house was, it was a really bad snowstorm. I don't know how we got away with this. Different times. The school sent us all home and my bus was like, "I'm not coming." Like our bus driver was like, "We're not coming."
Oh, great.
So certain people just like jumped on other buses or went to friends' places or like waited for their parents.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just going to walk home across Highway 5,
Fair. Yeah.
right, to Moxley. And my then best friend joined me and we're in like snowdrifts. It's bad. We are not equipped because much like the middle schoolers of today, we didn't believe in coats or boots or mitts. So we're like in our, jeans and little jackets, snowdrifts up to our knees, and we get to my street. Wouldn't you know? Truck guy drives by. And I was like, "Oh my God, it's Truck Guy." And my friend was like, "Oh my God," because like clearly she was in on it with me. And he drove past us, stopped, reversed, stopped, rolls down the window. And I remember like, don't look at him. I don't know why. I just like.
You still didn't look at him?
I built up this lore of him being terrifying.
Yeah.
I eventually did. Like he was like, "Hey, hey, hey." And I'm like, "Hi." And he's like, "Hey, you girls okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we're totally fine." Meanwhile, the wind is like, like we are not fine.
Were you close to home though?
About 2 kilometers away.
Okay.
So we had made it that far, but we were freezing.
Yeah.
Like our faces were beet red.
Yeah.
We were not okay. And he was like, "Why don't you?" And I remember him so clearly, like moving stuff from the passenger seat and was like, why don't you just both get in? Like you live on my street, right? And I'm like, why do you, grown-ass man, know a 14-year-old girl where I live? Again, I'm being wild because yeah, neighbors know.
Neighbors, of course.
Neighbors know.
Yeah.
But in my head, I built up this
Yeah.
lore. And so we fully were like, no, thank you. No, thank you. And he's like, well, I have a hat. Take a hat. Gives me his hat.
So he's a sweetheart.
The nicest man.
Yeah, but
The
he's
nicest man.
an evil truck guy.
I just, for no other reason than
that's hilarious.
Yeah, nicest man ever. I think I literally, until I moved up here, I had that hat. I kept that hat.
That's so funny.
Never got his hat back. Wow, what a tangent. Sorry, everyone.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Anyways, all that to say, when they eventually moved out of that house, I went in it. My brother and I went in.
Okay. I was like, wait, what does this have to do with urban exploration?
It was a really big undiagnosed ADHD. But yeah, my brother and I totally explored that house.
Was it cool inside?
It was fucking cool.
Was it there when I would have visited? I don't remember seeing, honestly, many houses along that street.
So, it was hidden by they had a massive orchard. It was just the coolest fucking property ever. It was way, way, way back. It had a ton of willow trees, a ton of oak trees, and a ton of apple trees, like an orchard all in the front. Yeah. So you wouldn't have been able to really see it unless you were like really looking.
Okay.
I am confident that you did see it, and you probably asked, can we go? And they had installed security cameras, tripwire, like all this shit.
Tripwires.
Yeah, whatever. That's a lot. But like legit alarms would go off because we kept breaking in. I think
Look at you rebel.
I know. I don't want to out anyone, but I think my brother like took stuff from the house. I'm pretty sure. Matt, did you take stuff from the house? He might have.
Did people just like leave all their stuff there?
So
what stuff could have been taken?
Yeah, so the quarry like bought it. So these people were like renting it, and there was like several roommates. So there was like
that were still living in there.
No, not anymore.
Oh, okay.
There was like old farm furniture that they just left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It was really cool. It was really cool.
I feel like it's so hard to do shit like that now.
Oh.
Or I'm just an adult and I don't really know.
No, it's hard because
it's
like
harder.
You have your security camera.
Yeah.
We at least, if an alarm went off, we had enough time to get the hell out of there.
Yes.
As soon as you step foot in anything today, it goes on your phone and they can see you and take photos and be like, got you, sucker.
It's true.
Right? So
we really grew up in the best time.
Oh my God. The best time ever.
And I did not utilize my youth to the best possible way I could have.
Oh, man. I think I
was a shy, introverted kid.
Not me, man. No, I digress. I talked a lot, so I'm going to save all remaining stories. All right. Well, anything else to add about Century Manor or Barton Building?
I can't wait to go.
Can't wait to go. We're going to go. If we can't get in, we're at least still going to go.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. What did you say? It was the May 2nd weekend is the open.
May 2nd and 3rd.
Actually, no one listened to that because we want tickets. So don't buy up tickets.
Don't buy tickets because it'll be boring.
But how cool would that be if a bunch of people did and we all met up and that could be like a Weirdos of Whimsy meetup?
Guys, let's do it.
Buy some tickets, but buy some extra so we make sure we're there.
Yeah, please. Also, if you get a ticket and you're not super serious about it, just give it to us.
Give it to us.
Would love that. All right. Well, I think we'll just wrap this little baby up. So thank you so much for listening to Weirdos of Whimsy. We will be back again soon with another episode that guides you through the weird and whimsical journey that is our brains. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok. TikTok?
TikTok.
TikTok. Wow.
Cheerio.
And TikTok at Weirdos of Whimsy Pod. Watch that space for updates and release dates and other treats and delectable morsels. Say goodbye, Stevie.
Goodbye, everybody.
Ooh. And as always, big gulps, eh? Well, see you later.
Show it to me, Rachel. Put it on TikTok. Is it on the TikTok one?